Hey YouTube, it's Kinky Hayes, and I'm coming back to you because I wanted to do a hair review and tutorial on this hair. And I did faux locks, as you can obviously tell from the title. And so yeah, first I'm gonna go straight into showing you what I do because I already took one out and it is here. So I'm gonna do it. First, you want to start by moisturizing the hair. In this bottle, I have argan oil, conditioner, and water. And I just shake it up and spray it on it first. I don't spray too much, but anyway, when you do the locks, you want to make sure that you got enough hair, but not too much hair. But I guess it all depends on what size you want it. But I wanted them smaller this time, smaller than they were the first time. And I used a different brand of hair, which I will tell you afterwards. But yeah. So what I do is, for starters, I take one whole piece, because they come in chunks just like the Molly hair do. I take one of the sections and I rip it in half because I don't want a really big, like I said, I don't want them big. So I rip them in half, and then basically I don't want my hair to get wrapped up in this, because when I had my Molly locks, it was like my hair was getting tangled. I do have natural hair, so this part has perm on it because it was my leave out, but all the rest of my hair is natural. So yeah, what I want to do is I'm going to leave this out of this, so I'm going to like loop this around it, basically like this, like it's just going around it, and just braid it on, and don't do it close to your root, because as you can see, like these look natural, and this is, I only had this on for 4 days, so if you want to get it a little tighter, this is my real hair, so I pull this and pull it up a little bit to the root. And then just braid it until your hair is done, and all of your hair is braided up. That's how I do it. As you can see, it's still, like I said, not tight to the root, but it's not too far away from the root. And yeah, braid until your hair is completely braided. Okay, so my hair is braided in and I leave the rest out. I don't braid it at all. There's a reason for that, and the reason is because I wanted to be able to move without being stiff, so that's why I do it like this. Now I take a whole piece. This is not the other half, but if I have different size locks in my head, so if I wanted to do it and I wanted to have them smaller, I would use the other half that I ripped it in half, so I still have the other half here. Let me grab it. I still have the other half here, so I could have used this and wrapped it, but I chose not to for this one. I want it to be a little bigger, so I'm going to use a whole nother puff. I guess that's what I'll call it. And just pull the ends out so that it won't be any like pieces popping out. And then you just grab it and go around here. And I wrap it at the root about 3 times before I start to work, 3 or 4 times before I start to work my way down, because I want to make sure that it's holding that in. And I also, it's good when you leave some space, because it'll look like, you know, it's coming straight from your root. And then you just work your way down, and then that's all you do. You just keep working your way down from there. And I wrap it kind of like, I'm not liking that. I'm going to do that over. Like, I do it over sometimes to make it exactly how I want it. So if you don't get it right the first time, don't feel bad, because I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not doing this video over. So, yeah, I'm just going to do it over right now. And like I said, you just put this here. And you want to wrap at the root. 1, 2, 3. And then 4, you start working your way down. And as you work your way down, I go at an angle. Like, I switch hands after I get comfortable anyway, because this is easier to grab for me. But I do it at an angle, like I go slant to the side a little bit, so that it won't be like straight across and even. So just do that all the way down and you're done. But every so often, I like to push, just to make sure that it's all the way up at the root. Pull a little bit, and then I don't do too much of the pulling, but I definitely do a lot of the pushing. The pulling sometimes will twist your hair around, and I don't like that because I feel like it's going to pop. So, yeah. I'm going to just keep going around at a slant. And that's it. Oops. But yeah, I had this hair in for like 4 days now, and I actually love it more than I do the Molly hair as far as the Faux Locs are concerned. And I've heard a lot of people say that they're better for Molly twist and Havana twist too, so I'm thinking that this hair may just be better. It's somewhat the same, but to me this hair is a little more coarse. I did notice that, but other than that, it's perfect to imitate African American hair. Like, Molly hair is a little more shiny. This hair is more dry. That's why I use the conditioner water. Before the video, I had already put oil in my hair, argan oil in it, but it was still curled, of course, because it's not wet. So yeah, I had already put argan oil in it, and I just did these 4 days ago. I just took one out for tutorial purposes. And because people always ask me about how I do them and get them to look so natural. So, yeah, that's what I do. And, I just kind of see, I don't have them all the same length, but that's what I don't want. So I always like to measure them and make sure that they're not the same length. So now when I get to the end, what I do is I just twist it together like this, and then I take my finger and I just grab it like that to give it a little loop, and then wrap it around the end a few times so that it can look like a ball, like that. And then I just work my way back upward, but not too far upward unless it's a longer piece, because it's better if you do not cut it, because the ends that are like this will help it lock better. You don't have to burn it or glue it. I still burn mine at the end because I just like to make sure that it's secure, because I wash my hair a lot and all of that. But yeah, Well, I don't wash it that much, but when it's in this, I do because it tends to itch. Then I just get the lighter and burn it right there at the ends. Not nothing too major, and that's it. So, to the root, you see it's at the root, it's tight. And once it gets a little older, like this is 4 days old, you won't be able to see this at all. But yeah, so that's how I do my faux locks. Now, let me tell you about the hair and everything about it. As you can see, it falls really freely and they're really loose. And even with the one I just did, which is this one, it's still loose. And I just did it. Like, it's still, like, movable. So yeah, let me show you the hair I used. I used Freetress Equal, well it's by Shake and Go, but it's the Freetress Equal line, and it's Cuban Twist, double strand styles, 4 double strand styles. I'm sorry, I'm knocking stuff over now, but yeah, I got it in the number 2, and this is 16 inches. So yes. Do I like this hair? Absolutely. Like, it's really good. It really imitates African American hair. If you want to give it some shine, you just use some argan oil and you just rub it on there like you would anything else, any of your other hairs, just to give it a little bit of sheen. But other than that, I love it. Everyone thinks they're real, and that's a plus. The last time I did it with Molly hair, and it was cute. I really did like them then, and everybody thought it was real still, but at the same time the roots were darker than my real hair. So what I'm going to try to do is soul search for some hair that's dark at the roots and then go to a color at the ends. I know I can probably look on ikickshins.com, or is it, I think that's what it is, or something. I don't know. I'll put it in the bio, the description. I mean, wait, I'm all discombobulated because I'm trying to hurry up before everybody come home, because it's like every time I do a video, somebody ruins it. Anyway, I love the hair though, and I will definitely get this hair every time I do it, because like the hair comes already like separated. Like, you know, when I had the Molly hair, I had to kind of like use a comb and comb it out to spread it before I wrapped it. But with this, I don't even have to, and it's still like all the way there. I can run my hands all the way down my hair and everything. So I really like doing it with this method as well, which is like braiding only to where your hair is and then like letting the rest of it free fall and wrapping that, because it gives it a much more natural look. When I did the Molly hair, I, you know, did the Molly twist first and then wrapped those, and they were more stiff, and I don't like that. I like these because they swing, they move, and the Molly hair did move after about a week, but I only had this in for 4 days, and it was, you know, moving from day one. Now, as far as it being sticky when you first get it, it still sticks to each other like the Molly hair did. This hair is more like stringy, I guess, than the Molly hair is, but that gives it more of a natural look. If you look at them all together, they look really natural, even if you look at them one to one. I didn't put my edges in it because my edges are thin from getting braids and pulling them out and all of that, so I did leave my edges out, and for the most part, I really don't do anything to them. I might put some mango lime around it to give it the smell of real locks and to maybe slick them down a little, but for the most part, I don't, because, I mean, who has dreads with slick edges? That's kind of weird. I did that when I had the other ones, and I look back and be like, oh no, I'm not going to do that this time. So yeah, I really do love the hair. Once again, I'm going to show you the pack that, well, the paper that comes in the pack. Comes in a pack like Molly hair does, except it has this in it, and it says Cuban Twist 4 double strand styles, 16 inches, Freetress Equal, Shake and Go at the top, It has the color down here, color number 2. And like I said, I really love this hair. I really recommend it. I've seen so many people do video tutorials on this hair as far as like where twists. I've never seen anybody do a faux lock, so this would be the first one with faux locks that I've seen. One more thing, wait, I can't even find what I was looking for, but one more thing is that, I'm so confused. I had like a paper that was going to tell me what I was going to say. Oh, actually, I know what I was going to say. I did not get this hair sent to me. I paid for it myself with my own money, and I did pay $5.99 a pack, but when I went to a beauty supply store down the hill from my house in Eastover, because I do live in the DC area, that one was $6.99. So look around first if you see something that's expensive. I got this from the one at PG Plaza, and yes, it was $5.99. So it's definitely worth it. I definitely love it. I got so many compliments on